Hello, cherished ones. Welcome to Building Lives. Building Lives is about coming back to the basics of spirituality and applying it. Before I move on, I would like to thank you for joining. Thank you for taking the time out to view my video. I would also like you to support this channel and by supporting this channel, you're supporting the movement of moving towards freedom. Everything that we do that to help each other for the cause, and the cause is to spread the word, the truth, and to get it out there to everyone. And not only just spreading the truth, but we also have to get into action, applying action, inspired action. Those of you who have a knowledge of the law of attraction should know about inspired action. It's not just the law of attraction. It is a spiritual process or law that if you want to put it that way. Today I want to talk about how do you know you are a chosen one, or the 144,000. Actually, I want to speak on that. 144,000. Is the 144,000 real? Now, when I was, when I decided to read the Bible from cover to cover, when I read about the 144,000, I didn't think of myself as one. I didn't, know if this was true. Nothing. And then I saw some stuff on Facebook that was talking about the spinal, about the 144, how it has to do with the spine and, the brain and all that kind of stuff. And when I saw that, it did, something inside of me go, no, it's not that. It's not about that. There really is 144,000. They're lying. And it's not so much that they're lying, they're right about the spine and, which is a part of the seal. That's what they're not telling you. And it's those seal becoming unlocked. Okay? A little bit at a time, as if you are 144,000, and not just those who are 144,000, but for those who are actually going through a process of awakening. Okay, the only thing is that for 144, it's a little bit different. The openings are a little bit different, and what the knowledge and the information that comes through will be different. Okay, now if you want to know if you are 144,000, first of all, you should have known by now. You should have known by now if you are 144,000. Maybe there is some rare cases that they're not, or even if you don't know, maybe you have a feeling that you are. You might have been like a late awakening, let's just put it that way, and you still are not sure if you are, but you have an idea or a feeling that you are. However, the majority of the 144,000 should know who they are by now. Now, there is a, there are different souls, or if you want to say star seeds, that incarnated onto this planet, and there are some souls that are here to help awaken the 144,000, and also to help, well, awaken the, oh my God, excuse me, the chosen ones. Okay, so for everyone it might be different, and might be in similarities in how you come about discovering that you are 144,000. Your dreams are very important, so so take note of your dreams, okay? Analyze them, and ask to, ask for you to understand your dreams, and to show you what your dreams mean and how it is speaking to you, because your dreams are speaking to you, and some of them are actually bringing back messages from the spiritual world. There is so much that I would like to cover with that, but that's for another video. So, one, it could have been a dream that you actually discovered that you are 144,000. It could be a vision through meditation. It could just be something that happened that you experienced through a meditation. It could be, and I say could be because for everyone it's going to be different, and it might be a combination of a few things. Okay, it could be a voice. It could be, well, maybe not so much. It could be an audible voice. It could be a voice that's, you hear and you just know that difference, that there's something different about that voice. And you just know, that you know. So those are some of the ways that you can know. But I would especially pay attention to your dreams, your visions. If you're having any kind of visions, you should really pay attention to those in your dreams. I'm going to emphasize on those a lot, because I believe that it plays an important role in you knowing who you are and you getting messages. Now, of course, if you're not someone who don't really trust your dreams or know how to read your dreams or believe in your dreams, of course, it will be shown to you a different way. If you are someone who maybe drink a lot of coffee, and that's another topic that I want to bring up, how coffee, really affects your spirituality, your dreams, your mind. So that is something that you definitely are going to want to stay away from. So if you don't have a lot of dreams for whatever reason, and there might be other ways that the divine, the one most high, will actually communicate, excuse me, communicate that to you. I get up really early, so, and I've usually have taken a nap by now and wake up to do this, but I haven't taken my nap yet. So Um, so, okay. So dreams, vision, um, voices, intuitive, voices. I'll give you an example of something. I hate to say voices, like, because it just makes me think about somebody who's thinking, "Oh, you're crazy. You're hearing voices." Um, like, there was a time when I was going through a period of a situation when I got a DUI a long time ago, and I I had to go to the I had to go pay my water bill. I think that's what yeah, I had to go pay my water bill. And because I couldn't drive, I had to walk. And it was quite a distance. And and on my way back after paying the water bill, I I was coming back and I was so into my head. I was just bitching. I was just just about ready to have like a breakdown. And I was actually crying. It's kind of like one of those things, oh, why is this happening to me? Oh my God, blah, 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 blah. And I was just going off in my head. And when it's not you, because you're busy cursing, you're busy just bitching, just whining in your head. You're busy whining. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, it's not an audible, and a voice outside of you, but it's a voice inside of you. It's a quiet voice inside of you that's loud enough to hear, that disrupt your pattern of just whining. And for me, that voice says, Allison, God wants you to be strong. I was like, and then all of a sudden I just became peaceful. And I knew that wasn't me, because I was too busy whining. I was too busy on my pity pod. Has anybody else experienced anything like this? I was too busy on my pity pod, and I knew that voice was not me. Yes, sirree, that was not me. So how many of you have actually had that experience? It's voices like that. And to be honest with you, you don't have to be. If you actually become still, and with practice in your meditation, and you become still, you can hear that voice. And as you become used to connecting with that voice, your higher self, the God within, even when you are at your worst, if you take a step back and say, okay, help me with this, you will hear that voice. Okay? You will hear that voice. So that is one situation that I just wanted to should give you as an example of how you can hear a voice. I mean, you could be just doing something, you could be just asking for questions, and all of a sudden something will, interrupt your pattern that it's not you. Here's because I am used to, and I have developed a connection with my higher self. And most people who are spiritual have learned to do that. Okay. So another example of how you can connect, or if you just want to hear, connect with your higher self or the one most high. Um, and as you gain experience in connecting, like, actually, this just happened recently. This just happened like maybe, oh my God, is it a week or two ago? Um, my little cousin has a cat, and I have dogs, and she has a cat, and she has the cat. She wasn't here, and the cat was, we keep the cat in the room because of the dogs. So anyway, I opened the door without locking, putting the dogs in. One of them, it's just, the other dogs are okay, but put in, um, one of the dogs, the one that's a little bit, it's not that he's aggressive, but he's very hyper. He's very hyper, and he still hasn't gotten used to her yet. So we usually crate him, so she can run around, and we switch times out. When I'm not here, you know, they crate him. But anyway, so I opened the door because I was like, oh my God, I forgot about the cat, and I haven't let her out all day. And I opened the door without crating the dog. And I was in the bathroom, and my cat came in the bathroom with me, and, doing his thing, rubbing up against, and meowing. And then here comes my dog, and he went at her. And it was just one of those, "Arr!" And I grabbed him, and she ran out. So I crated him and went looking for her to make sure that she was not injured. And I could not find her anywhere. Nowhere whatsoever. I could not find her anywhere. And I didn't think that she got hurt because I didn't see any blood anywhere. So even though he did, she scratched the heck out of his nose. And he had blood dripping all over her. So I didn't really think she got hurt. I was, at least I was, I was really hoping, but deep down I really didn't felt like she got hurt. But I was still worried, and I couldn't find her anywhere. I searched everywhere, and I couldn't find her. And under everything, up above, everywhere. And so after just frantically and so worried, looking for her, I decided to sit down and take a breath and just say, speak to my higher self, to God, to One Most High. I did address One Most High, and I said, okay, help me here. What do I do? And I was in the bathroom, so I was actually getting ready to go take a shower and wash my hair. And my spirit, I'm going to say One Most High, or my higher self, whichever it is, say to me, go take a shower. When you come back out, you will find her. She will come out. She'll be there. And I was like, okay. And I was going to do that, but I didn't. I kept on looking for her. And in my mind, Allison, it says, go take a shower. Go take a shower, and she'll be, she'll appear. She'll be okay. And I kept on looking, and I kept on feeling that little voice said, and I kept on asking God, and it's like I would be reminded of that voice. Just go take a shower. It will be okay. Just go take a shower. It will be okay. And I still kept on looking, and finally I went, okay, I'll go do what you said. And I went. I took my shower, and I got out. I wrapped my hair, and I kept on calling her, and I went downstairs, and all of a sudden, boop, the little head popped up. I was so happy. And I'm like, oh, thank you. I was so happy. Now, you guys may say that was just what's the word I'm looking for? A coincidence. I would just, there's no such thing as coincidence. Okay? And I've had so many of those experiences that it's just not a coincidence anymore. It's just not. And if I explain these situations to you, it would be like, oh my gosh. Okay? So, you have to, and then there's a feeling. Sometimes it's your feeling that you just know that you are one of the 144,000. But it's not just feeling, okay? You have to look for other clues like, how is your spirituality coming about? I mean, you have to feel a certain connection to the One Most High. There is a feeling of a connection. You know it. Also, with that connection, you will start to become very spiritual. There will be a process of changes that are going to start happening, that you're going to want to make in your life. And it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy right away as you go through the process of awakening, the process of becoming connected with the One Most High and with your higher self. Okay? Now, keep in mind that this body, okay, and I probably should talk about this as in a separate video, but if you feel that you are one of the 144,000, but you really haven't got any concrete confirmation where you just got, a concrete sign or something to just that seal it for you, that you know that you are one of the 144,000. If you haven't had that, but you just have a deep feeling that you are, then you need to ask. You need to ask for that to be shown to you, and to work on your spirituality. Work on getting more connected. Okay? Work on getting connected with the One Most High. You do that with a lot of meditation. You do that with a lot of fasting. And I know with our jobs, sometimes it's going to be hard to do that. But for a lot of us, we have to make a choice to get out of some of those jobs that seem to be sucking the life out of us and are not giving us the time to develop our spirituality. And of course, a lot of the things that are in our lives right now that are taking place is designed just to do that, to disrupt us, so that we do not focus on building our spirituality reality and getting connected. Because as you build your spirituality and you get more and more connected, and more of your soul come into this to this body and awaken you, it will awaken you more and more and open And okay, like for instance, I'll give you an example. When you come into this world, your entire soul does not come here with you. Okay? It's just a spark. And as you become more connected and conscious of who you are and your divine spiritual being, and you lead a life of of deep consciousness and spirituality, or it's just said righteousness, um, more and more of your soul will now come forward into your awakened life. The same is to say that as you as you turn to um, the life of destruction, the life of hate and drugs and crime and things of that nature, then the further and further away your soul will just fade away into the background, and less of it will be here, because the souls can't really stand that type of stuff, you know? It doesn't judge you for it, but that's not where the soul wants to be. And so while it shares your experience and knows your feelings and all that kind of stuff and all the stuff that you're going, but it takes a back seat. It takes a back seat. It's kind of like how some people will, who does channeling, will explain that they are aware of everything, but it's like they're in the background, okay? Like they're taken, and that being that is coming through them now come forward, and that being is experiencing. Well, it's kind of like the same way with your spirit, with your soul, okay? Because you are a spirit first. You're a spirit, and then and your spirit is within your soul, and your spirit soul is in this body, that trinity, okay, is in your body. Now, when we say somebody is soulless, there's two things that we mean by that. One is someone who is who's into this world, and it's just mostly their spirit. All spirit is connected with some souls, but the thing is that the soul is not here with them. So it's really just their spirit, if that makes sense. Okay? Like a projection. And oh my God, it is so awesome that our mind cannot conceive that. Our human mind is hard to conceive that you can throw your consciousness into this body. You can be somewhere else, and you can throw your consciousness here and not have your soul be here. Any part of your soul. Okay? Be here and have the experience and know exactly what's going on with it. Those are what we would call soulless beings. And you have those beings that actually came here with a soul. But because they have traded everything for rich and fame, and they've gotten into drugs and all that kind of stuff, their soul has actually stepped aside. They've pushed their soul aside. Okay, so this is really just their spirit that's acting out all of this stuff. And their soul is at the back, aware of everything, but is really not taking part in that. Okay? But they're aware of everything. Okay? Does that make sense? This is why you can say that these people like celebrities, politicians, and all these people that are doing things that are evil, or even just people in general, a lot of people who are working hard, okay, or working hard, everyday jobs, have sold themselves, have sold their soul as well for money, for the good almighty dollar. I saw somebody saying the God, something about serving God, and it was like he was referring to money, this God. Okay, so a lot of us has done that, where everything is about money, everything is about jobs. So it's not, a lot of people point to celebrities, that celebrities have sold their soul, but you're not looking at yourself. You also have actually sold your soul. A lot of us, okay, we go to church and we think, blah blah blah, and some of us may have a little bit of spiritual, a little bit of intuition, but the majority is soul or soul. Now I'm gonna have to cut this video because my dogs are gonna actually start making noise here in a little bit. So I hope that actually helps a lot of you in regard to I kind of went a little bit off the subject a little bit, but still relatively to this, and I'll touch on that a little bit more. So guys, thank you so much for joining me, and look forward to sharing another wonderful video with you guys again. So much love and peace, and I thank you.